Yo, this is His Lordship, and it's time to start the show. All right? What's up? What's up? This is His Lordship, and the buffering should be cool about 98% of the time right now. We're operating at a low bit rate. I'm glad people are showing up and showing out. This is this is the His Lordship show. Um, I should do what this other YouTuber says. He'll, I feel like telling people on IG, "Hey, I'm live." Usually, I just make a video and say, "Hey, you missed the show. You missed the show." But once I reach a certain number, every time I go live, I'm going to say, "Hey, on IG, I'm live right now. It's your boy." And it's time for His Lordship to go Hollywood. Can His Lordship go Hollywood? I'm ready to go Hollywood, okay? Now, let me get the chat up on my other device. I'm operating from 3 devices. Well, yeah, you could say that. Let's see here. So I'll be able to say hello to everyone because this other device is fully charged. The other one is charging. I'm using one device to do the show, another one to listen to the playback to make sure the audio is nice, and then the other device I'm using just strictly for the chat. You know what I mean? Vern. So now I can see the chat. And because we're operating at a low bit rate, the visuals will be, the quality of the visuals will be reduced, but the audio should be fine. So, yes, indeed, hit that like button, Solo number one was in the building first. Ali the Sage, Lee Jenkins, Sage Wizzle, Frito Thompson in the building. Olivia Hicks in the building. And those very important people that listen in the background because they got, you know, they're very private people, but they are interested in the show. I respect those people. Welcome to all the lurkers. I encourage people to lurk. It is all good. Lurking is not a negative thing here. Another thing that I find interesting is that people here may have enemies in other places, but we all agree that we like lordship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is where the derelicts, sometimes the derelicts and the Lone Rangers and the Rebels Without a Cause and the Me Fi Me's, you know what I'm saying? They come through. You know what I'm saying? Ruby Rose in the building. Giggy in the building. I pronounced that right. Yes. I like that. You know, and I'm going to explain the how, when, and where LJ messed up today. You see? Well, no, she didn't mess up today. I'm going to explain it today, but she been messing up since, you know, she got desperate. You know what I mean, Vern? So I was listening to another content creator today, and she was playing audio from two other content creators. So this is third hand information. All right. Oh, cool. I'm giving this thing time to charge up that I'm going to play the audio off of. But, you know, you step into the scene, and instead of being quiet and peeping game and trying to learn something and see how people move, you step in the game like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wasn't even a draft pick. You just said fuck it and came up to the stadium, got past security, hopped over the fence, threw on your gear in a hallway, and then hopped out on the field and said, "I'm going for the bomb." Put me in. No, what? Fuck you, coach. I'm going in. That's LJ. You know what I'm saying? And you went in and didn't even know that the field was AstroTurf, and you went in on the field with regular cleats because you didn't pay attention or peep game. Just because someone says something doesn't make it so, especially when you don't have no intention of of showing confirmation. There's no one near you to second that motion or to agree with you, and there's no evidence that confirms what you're saying. The only thing we have is your perception, and the only way your perception is true if it comes from a place of experience and understanding. You see what I'm saying? Like, you think you're gonna step into some place and you're gonna see and hear something that all these other people don't. So everybody else is blind, deaf, and dumb, but you say, "Yeah, I seen this video, and I see that somebody was losing fans, and somebody was they were like crumbling right before my eyes. So I tried to save them." Why would a total stranger that nobody know want to step into a scene and save someone and say, "Here, you know what? Come over to my channel, and I don't know what's going on with your content creator that you've been supporting, but he's tripping today, and I see your comments. And you know what? Just come over to my channel, and if you still want to give money, I'll give him his cut, or I'll just give him all the money. I don't care, but don't leave this guy. I'm trying to let him know that you ain't feeling what he's saying. And you know what? His mods are mad. Like, his mods are not right for telling him. I see what's going on. His mods are not doing anything. His mods should be blocking, and his mods should be warning them that, hey, no, you're doing the wrong thing, man. You're gonna lose your channel. You're gonna lose your fans. That's fucked up. So that's where you fucked up. You stepped into a scene, a situation. You disrespected all of Vic's mods and called them stupid. And then you said that his fans don't is not going to support him because he had a civil conversation with Nature Boy. I don't know one situation in life where a civil conversation got somebody in trouble with people who have intelligence. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody's having a civil conversation and they lose supporters and fans, right? And they don't have enough sense to understand what's going on, then you haven't lost anything. I'm just using Vic as an example. I'm going to play the audio of Latanya talking about the situation that she thinks started her downfall with Vic's people, but at the same time, this is part of it. This is a major chunk of it, but I don't think it's the whole of everything. But this is a major chunk. I'm gonna, another content creator played some audio, and I never knew this audio exists. And now they're having a one-on-one conversation, and you can see what her perception was. And then another YouTuber tried to explain it to her, what happened, where she went wrong, and then she tried to change the narrative once the reality was laid out to her. So instead of me trying to speak for someone else, see, that's when you leave out the word, this is what I think, this is what I feel, this is what I believe. I may be only speculating. Well, I thought what the situation might be. See what I'm saying? The English language is simple, but it can get very complicated when it comes to dialogue. A lot of people come here to learn English, and it's harder for us to learn their language than for them to learn our language. But there's certain nuances that is hard to pick up. It takes you're going to have to get that in your third or fourth semester. There's a little bit of nuances, like I love the movie Amstead because it was the battle of language. When he was talking to the lawyer and stuff, the African guy said, in my language, there's only yes and no. There's only yes and no. So you tell me yes or no. Well, the lawyer is like, these matters are complicated. I mean, we might be able to do this, and maybe we could do that. And after I have lunch with this guy, and then, we'll get around to it. But eventually, the outcome should be what we expect. What does that mean? What does that mean? I cannot work with that. Yes, what should I ask for us to be on our own? Well, you should ask for your freedom Just tell the judge, give him your freedom when it's time for you to speak. So I need to know exactly the exact words. What I'm paraphrasing. This is not written in the script. So that one scene when he said, "Give us free, give us free." You see what I'm saying? He want his freedom. So what I'm saying is, she saw Vic talking to Nature Boy, and in my opinion, what I perceived, which may or may not be true, but if you take a general consensus, you will find other people might share my perception, and they will signify that either in a video or in my chat room. I did not see what LaTanya perceived. Now, either she really saw this or she was trying to start some drama. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Anya? You right on time. You right on time. Yes. Frida Thompson, Maribel Hernandez, Ferris in the building, Anna Saji in the building, Jin JT in the building. Okay? So, I did not see what she saw. Yeah, I think my voice is low. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. My voice do sound a little low. Let me see what's happening. One, two, mic check, 1, 2.
Singing me on.
1, 2, 1, 2.
from where him
1
born.
2 1 2. It's all very okay.
And blessed and
We are good. We are Bach.
and him part from where him born. Yes,
It's those spirits, you know.
they sing in me heart. Heart, heart, heart. Him part from where him born. Heart,
Yeah.
heart.
Rita Lane in the building. Sage Wizzle, Rita Lane.
Blessed and
All right. I'm checking the audio mixer. Let's see here.
and him part from where
1 2 1 2. Microphone check. Come on now. Work with me. Anyway. Anyway. We got it. These things can happen. Don't even trip. Anyway, I don't know what happened to the music, but everything was running smooth. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Right on Dice TV in the building. Thanks for subbing to His Lordship IG. So we'll just go to Plan B as far as the sound and everything. Everybody, check out Dice TV and support his channel. I'm sure a lot of people already know about him, and he has great content. Okay, we are back on. Like I said, everybody check out Dice TV and support his channel. He has great content. And back to what we were saying. I recorded some audio of a conversation that another content creator was playing. Diet Melanin was playing audio between Latanya and Sheba, and I heard some interesting comments. So I'm going to turn that on right now. Let me take it out of the headphones. Okay. Now, let me see. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. All right, let's see what this says here.
And then her responding to it. Yeah, and then her responding to it. But instead, Big just sat back and laughed at our ass, and I'm like, you think this dude care about you? This dude sitting right back there laughing at you and didn't say nothing. He just sat back and let us go at it. And I'm like, that's not the way you should.
Okay, that right there is about no DQ night, and see, her perception of no DQ night is messed up. Just like True Freeman, he fails to understand no DQ night, And you know what? A lot of people don't understand no DQ night when Vic has no DQ night. But that no DQ thing goes way, way back. If you a Vic fan from a long time ago, that no DQ thing goes all the way back. Um, and it's easy for someone to misunderstand the concept, and it's easy for someone once they do understand to not agree with it, and that's your prerogative. There was a lot of rappers who never understood what freestyle meant, and especially on the West Coast, there was a lot of rappers who thought freestyling was rapping for free. They had no concept of just thinking of words that came to your mind. And I used to belong to a freestyle club. It was like a laminate. You had a laminated card, and on Wednesdays you show your card membership, and you go into the place, and there was a mic, and people freestyle all night. But every now and then, other rappers would come that had a more urban style. There was a lot of people on the West Coast that had an East Coast style, like like Freestyle Fellowship and the Far Side, and a bunch of people. But there was the people with that that Oakland, that LA thing, right? And they would come in with their little crew, and they would spit written rhymes, and then the people that they came in with would jump up and go crazy and say the lyrics with them, and then they would leave and say, "Oh, we turned it out. They wasn't ready. Yeah, you blew it up. You killed it." And so they left the club not even knowing that they didn't freestyle, and everybody thought they was nuts. And they were glad that they left. And I'm using these examples to explain what LJ did. She stepped into the scene. She approached Victor Moan, and she misperceived what was going on, and she thought that he was in danger of losing fans. I'll give her that. She thought that he was in danger of losing fans, and this perfect stranger thought that she felt entitled to rescue Vic and offer an alternative solution for his dilemma, which only she perceived. You see what I'm saying? And I thought that was the audio from it, but maybe let me play a little bit more of it.
And then her responding to it. Yeah, and then her responding to it. But instead, Big just sat back and laughed at our ass, and I'm like, "You think this dude care about you? This dude should have went," but he just said, "Y'all just go at it."
Yeah, see, no, I didn't want to talk about no DQ night, but I picked the wrong audio clip. So DQ, you know what? For a long time, I played along with no DQ night, and even I didn't know what no DQ night meant, but I saw a pattern of what happens during no DQ night. And true, like I said, True Femi got his feelings hurt way bad because he couldn't grasp the concept. But it just means no disqualification, and the idea is a reference to wrestling. So if you're not a fan of wrestling, you wouldn't understand no DQ night. Just like in rap and hip hop, if you don't listen to hip hop and you just a street rapper, you're not going to understand what freestyling is unless you like both types of music, or you have you have a wider, broader idea of what rap is about. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Michelle 25 and Patty Paradox and everybody? I'm trying to explain the how, when, and where LaTanya messed up. You see what I'm saying? So I need to put on something a little bit more tribal. And like I said, we always play our own in-house production music unless said otherwise. But since I'm about to break it down, I need to play something more tribal, and I can't preview the audio before I play it, so I hope this track isn't crazy. So, guess who in the building? Greetings, what's up? You can be right on time. I just got a message in the background. Let me see. Oh, okay, good. It wasn't nothing. All right. Now, let me see this other audio.
Particulars to it. You know, I didn't know. I showed my badge because she said that was and then when I was at the hospital downstairs at the emergency room, I was off work when I showed where I worked at.
There you go, right there. Let me do a sound check. She said she showed her badge, and then when she was in the emergency room, she showed where she worked at, but she still wanted to deny the fact that that was a factor in her being let go. Okay, so I am juggling a few things. The audio, now you know, most of the time I'll be on point with juggling all this stuff, but today there's a gremlin in the house. So anyway, back to the audio.
I was off of work, but because I said where I worked at, and then the video really said it wasn't even the fact that I said where I worked at. It was the fact of the badge being shown. And the only person that had my badge was Key Dedman. And Diane got that from her.
Okay. Even if somebody takes credit for something, even if somebody says, I was the one that called, or I was the one that posted your badge or did this to you, you still don't know until you do the due diligence and do the investigation. Anybody that's mad at you can say, I did this. If you fell and break your leg tomorrow, I could say, well, I put a curse on you. I had a premonition. I knew that I told y'all something was going to happen to her. I didn't know what, but look what happened. See, I told y'all. You see, that kind of talk is cray-cray talk. You see what I'm saying? So you're on the, I know some of us have a problem grasping the concept, but you're on the World Wide Web. Do I have to bang a pencil against your forehead? You have the ability to reach more people than your regional television. And within a split second, you don't know who popped into your chat room. Even if you're not trending, your hashtags, even though she don't use them, could attract someone and bring someone into your chat room. You see what I'm saying? And anybody, even after you go live and your video is posted, anybody can watch that video and see where you're slipping and use that information to their advantage. You showed everything. Matter of fact, when you showed your bank account, your password was the same amount of letters as your name. So it don't take a rocket science to figure that one out. You showed your ex-boyfriends on Facebook, and all your information was on Facebook when you showed it. And there is free facial recognition software out there. So you keep trying to put yourself in a place where you're not at blame, but you're not removing yourself from the situation further enough. If I hit someone with my car, I cannot blame the person that manufactured the car. You see what I'm saying? If I hit somebody with my car and my brakes ain't working properly, I cannot blame the person who, I could try to blame the last person who did the brake job, and I can speculate and spread all kind of rumors and tell the family of the person that got hurt, hey, my brakes went out and it's not my fault. But after an investigation, they might find out that your brakes were operating correctly. Your response time was slow. But if you hit somebody with your car and they die, that's vehicle manslaughter. They're not going to sue the car manufacturer. They're going to sue your insurance. You know what I'm saying? You know why it's your fault for whatever you're going through? Because you, as an adult, chose to get online and do things that you had no idea about what you were doing. That's why it's your fault. You were operating heavy machinery and your hair got caught up in the machinery and you didn't see the sign that said, do not operate machinery with loose hair or long hair. You see what I'm saying? You didn't see that you must wear goggles when operating this machinery because little medical particles could fly and hit you in the eye. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she likes to guess most of the time. Yep. And which video? I'm gonna play a little bit more because I'm gonna stop and explain her perception is all wrong.
That's not fair. Hold on. Yes, Lord. Come in. Yes.
Okay, let me skip that part.
Yeah. But that's what I these days. Lord.
I'm looking for the part where she talks about her trying to, where she said she was just trying to help Vic.
Then she said, well, and the issue really wasn't even about that.
Yeah, she did post ex-boyfriend's phone numbers. Let's see.
The day that I said something about the moderator, she said that was where her issue was.
Okay, there we go. We at the spot now. First of all, nobody knows her from Adam. This is LJ talking to Sheba. And the audio was played by Diet. And in the audio, Diet is being called out. But this is not about Diet. This is about LJ and how she messed up from her own perception of the world and things that she see. She stepped into a scene. She had nothing. She don't know Vic's fans and moderators and how he operate on YouTube or how these people relate to each other. She been online for her account is like 12 years old, at least 7 or 8 years old or more, and nobody paid her attention until she started putting Nature Boy name in her title. You see what I'm saying? She built 2 channels off of him, and now she's going to say, I'm going to switch to something else and we're going to do something else. Yeah, you didn't say that until after you got the last 200 subs you needed so you can reach 1,000 subs, but you don't have enough hours yet. That's why your ass went 8 hours. And that's why you played all those recordings for the drama. That 8-hour live with those recordings brought you enough drama to have subs, and it brought you a lot of hours. You know exactly what you're doing. People used to think that you were slow and naive, but now you're very deliberate in what you do. You try to play slow. We finally figured you out. You exposed now. No, she's no computer expert because that's been proven. Yeah. And this is not a knock on Sheba, because Sheba got direct access to speak to me if there's any issue, and we never had an issue. And this is not a direct knock at Diet, but she got caught in the crossfire because Sheba mentions her name. But what we're trying to do is talk about how LJ messed up, and it all started with her misinterpretation and misperception of what's going on. Okay? And that's why she is doing all those live shows now. Yeah, she's doing all those marathon sessions to get her hours up, because once she get the hours up, now she can have a super chat and AdSense again. And she built 2 whole channels off of his name. So even if you never ever talk about him again, and you start getting AdSense for new content, and you start getting super chat for new content, you still made money off of Nature Boy. The only way you will look innocent if you close those channels down completely and start a whole new channel. See? Now, I'm going to say something in defense of World News. World News gained popularity off of reporting on somebody else. I ain't gonna mention their name, and he got a lot of popularity from reporting on this murder accident. But he started a new channel with a new name, and he still was able to build his subs up to another channel. You see what I'm saying? And people that wanted to come over to the new channel, you know, that's his business. Even if they still remember him from before, it was a fresh new channel. He done lost so many channels that you cannot say that he came up off of the other thing, because, you know what I'm saying? Even though he may speak on it, but it's different. LJ only have about 6 fans. The rest is all trolls. If she shuts down these channels and start a new channel, she will never reach 1,000 subs. The only way she can reach 1,000 subs is she talk about Nature Boy and anybody connected to Nature Boy, and if she bring up some drama, then she might get some subs. But the subs are trolls that got blocked, and they come in with a new account and they resub. So most of those subs are like 10 accounts. Like, let's say there's one troll, he done subbed 10 times. If you got 200 trolls, and they each got 5 to 10 accounts, that's how you got 1,000 subs. If you really have fans, they would comment in the comments. You see what I'm saying? They would comment in the comments. People just watch for entertainment. You only have about 6 or 8 real fans. They don't even respond to what you're saying. When you're live, you're talking to yourself, and the chat is talking about something else. Hold on one second. Michelle says she's lost. She said, "I'm so lost. I'm so confused. Can someone help?" And she said, "Huh? I'm lost." Well, this is very complicated. I'm right here. I had got a call. I had got an important call. Okay. Now, look. This today's show has to do with language and perception. And you're gonna have to hang in there with me. You're gonna have to pay attention very closely. All right. It has to deal with language and perception. Okay. Now, she has manipulated her family so long it becomes second nature. Exactly. Mentally, she's 8 years old. I see your point. I see your opinion. Well, the main thing where she messes up is, let me see, her skin is all rashed out and her hair is falling out by the minute, blah, blah, blah. We all know that LaTanya is not right, but the other person gets a pass. I'm just saying. Yeah. Well, first, we need to break down. Well, I'm still, my thing is to break down. I'm trying to explain to her where she went wrong. And when you played that audio of Sheba and LaTanya, I heard something very important because it makes it easy for someone to explain the situation. I think the other person is Sheba. It sounds like Sheba. But since Diet is in the chat room, she could tell you who the other person is. And she said, no, she lied on me. That's why I played it. Now, I know that your motivation for playing the audio was to clear yourself and to see and to show people who was against you. Okay? Now, you know, that's your beef. And my thing was going against Nature Boy's ideology and belief and tried to discourage others for following his ideology without slandering him or spreading rumors, lies, and gossip or making propaganda. Well, I can make propaganda. That's because there's political propaganda. So propaganda ain't bad. But the slandering and the lying and the hearsay, cliche, and all that by the seashore. Now, in the long term of one, anybody, not just LA, not just does not create original, engaging content, folks won't stay around to be doing any type of super chat. Folks support those they know, like, and trust. Exactly. What's good, Lordship? Marquise Dillinger in the building. Mojo Blue Magic in the building. Danielle M. Holdman in the building. I see I got my intellectuals in the building today. I knew my title would bring out the intellectuals. But yes, I heard the narrative being changed, shaking my head, I'm out. Well, if you listen to the playback, I didn't say nothing negative about Diet, and you still have a wrench here, you know, and there's a lot of people with wrenches here that could ruin my relationships with other content creators, but they understand also that this is my show, and my beef, your beef is not my beef. But it's all good. You was able to the good thing was you was able to say your piece here. So if there's any narrative that's not correct or you feel that's supportive, in the chat room you have the ability to differ or navigate that into another direction. My thing is, like I said, explaining the how, when, and where. And I tried to record this without putting your voice on it, and I told everybody in the beginning that this came from Diet's Live. So let me see what else I have of this recording.
because y'all dropped the ball on Vic. Did you defend him? No, you didn't. So, me going off on y'all because y'all dropped the ball on Vic. Did you defend him? No, you didn't. So, that's all they do is defend him. That's what I'm saying. It was a miscommunication. No, like you just didn't know them people like that. No.
Wow. See what I'm saying? Diet, I know Diet needed this to clear her name. All right? And I can only take on so many things. I can only champion so many things. You know what I'm saying? The bigger problem is Nature Boy and what he's doing to the black sector. Not even the black community, because he's too small to affect the black community. But that little statement right there, Sheba just told her that Vic's people they defend him under all circumstances, under any conditions. They like his content. They like him as a content creator. They're like red ants or army ants. It's like, or wasps. Who are you? This lady is a complete stranger. Nobody knows her from Adam. I was watching her show because when I was watching Black Channel and he started looking for other content creators to play their stuff about Nature Boy because they wasn't getting views, I started searching on my own also, and I saw LaTanya's channel and nobody was watching. And because she was, soft-spoken, sweet, and wasn't cursing and yelling and stuff like that, I was like, well, let me see what she's talking about. And but when she stepped into Vic's chat room and tried to tell people what she perceived, that's where she went wrong. And Sheba, I think this is Sheba, she just told her right there what the scoop was, because she has a better perception or grasp on what was really going on, right? So let me see something here. The other person on the call has gone all over YouTube trying to lie, explain, and spread false info. Okay, but check this out. Oh, not you, Lord. Okay. Now look, if somebody were to send me this audio, I would have never played it. If somebody sent me this audio as an email or a DM, I would have never played it. But because the audio was already made public by the person who was involved in the audio, by the person who was affected by the audio, that's when I said, okay, I think certain things is interesting. That's why I cut out whatever wasn't pertinent to what I'm talking about. Now, I rock with Diet. No need for her to clear anything. We know the Birdman is a manipulative liar. Okay, so this is not the choosing sides room. Everybody got haters everywhere in this chat room. You know what I'm saying? I just saw Job Bless video, and I didn't know that Job Bless had an issue with Fundy. And she comes through, I say hello, I see her in other chats. But like I said, I can't take on everybody's beef and anger, because then I have an empty chat room. You know what I'm saying? And YouTube would be boring without all this messiness. But we should try to keep it down to a minimum. What's up, Grandma in the building? And if I didn't read your text out loud, I may have read it in my head, or I may have missed it, so don't trip. Everybody's comment is relative and important. So let me play some more.
Those people defend him no matter what. No, this is...
She said those people defend him no matter what. She says, no, this is something else. But what Sheba is saying is very relative to what she's perceiving. So let me rewind it just a little bit.
That's all they do is defend him. That's what I'm saying. It was a miscommunication. No. Like,
see, it was a miscommunication. Now, she said no, it wasn't a miscommunication. This is what I'm tripping on. But Sheba trying to tell her, look, this is what it was. Your perception of what you saw was false. But because you're never wrong, you went down a downward spiral and it led to months and months of negativity. And the people who mess with you, they are grown-ups. They don't belong to a gang or a cult or a team. These are individuals who make their own decisions. They go to many channels. They might watch 2 or 3 shows simultaneously. They don't owe. Vic told you he don't know us and we don't know him. He said, I don't know lordship. He may know a couple of people offline because they've been generous and kind, and he got to know people over the years. But what I'm saying is, for the most part, nobody knows each other. We're not the Crips. When somebody decides to mess with you, they're acting on their own just because you irritated them and you messing with their flow. So anyway, let me get back to it. Oh, let me see. Bonnet's been on since Nature Boy looked in the camera and said, LaTanya Jones, you're going to jail. I tried to explain in my other video that, see, she thought, oh, LaTanya, she's out of there. She going to try to explain that like you're okay, you're out, we're going to get these people. See how if you can't grasp, normal situations in dialogue, if you can't comprehend, that's you walking in a dangerous world. But anyway, try to stay neutral like everyone. Oh, you try to stay neutral, Grandma. Let's see. Okay, all right. Now, let me get back to the audio.
You just didn't know them people like that.
Sheba said, you just didn't know those people like that. Look, the same thing happened to me. I can admit that I pulled a LaTanya before. I pulled a LaTanya. I went to some lady that's still talking about the thing in Chicago in the hotel. After all these years, she's still talking about the murder in the hotel in Chicago, which, could be a good thing, especially if you feel no justice was served. But what I'm saying is, I went into her chat room where every other word is Jesus, Lord, the devil, and MK Ultra, and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't use the right words in the chat room to let them know that I was a part of their little group. And I got blocked because I didn't kick back and sit in the background long enough to peep game. And I didn't understand what I was walking into. It can happen to anybody. But here, it looks like she got the closest to explaining it to her, and she still wanted to deny what she heard. So anyway, here we go.
Those people defend him no matter what. No, this is not what I'm saying. We're not talking about it. Not talking about outside of that. When Vic was on there with Nature Boy, and this is what, and Vic said he went back and looked at it, he realized why I said it. He even acknowledged they didn't defend him like that.
Now, the mistake is talking to people from YouTube, off YouTube. This is entertainment. Exactly. Look, she only been covering Carbonation for like 9 months, maybe. I mean, of course, she gonna be specific and tell you the exact time, but 9 to 12 months, right? And she's gonna say, y'all been messing with him for 3 to 5 years, and y'all ain't done half the things that I've done or made half the progress that I've made, which has not been verified. And then when somebody call you on it, you want to run scared. Well, you either going to take credit or not take credit. Either you're going to be telling the truth and deny you our part, or you're going to lie and say you are a part, or vice versa. Make up your mind, because you already shown that you can't be believed either way. You already proved and said that you lied here, you lied. Just like, like once your integrity is shot, that's it. Nobody can take you serious. So, I've only known about people being on his neck for 3 years, but she say 5 years. And she's only been involved for 6 to 9 months, and she didn't get no views. Even when she first started, like the first 3 months she was going at Nature Boy, nobody listened to her. I started making videos about her, and so she started blowing up after that. So my bad, y'all. It's my fault. I take, I take full responsibility, and I created a monster. I got to be held accountable for that. And that was my part. But yeah, the same way she boosted Nature Boy to get her views, she's been a great asset to the trolls in the black sector. You know what I'm saying? But moving on.
Because when he was in there with Nature Boy, all the people that give him money, the people that normally give him money, was like, we're leaving because I can't believe.
Now, hold on. So, she said that when he was interviewing with Nature Boy and was having a civil conversation, she said even Vic said, even though he may have been speaking a figure of speech, he could have been being facetious. She took him literally, and she said even he said the same thing. And she said that she saw his financial backers was turning on him in the chat room. How can they turn on him in the chat room? Also, she don't know who he is. How could she know who's financially backing him? Also, he does not announce when he gets a donation. He do not announce individual names. All he say at the end of the show is thank you to those who donated, or when they donate, say thank you. So how do you come into a stranger's chat room and perceive that his fans, his financial backers are leaving him, and then you offer some strangers a refuge in your little channel that don't have no real subs or nothing? That shit is crazy. So ponder on that for a second. I gotta do one thing right quick, and I will be right back. Okay? Just hold tight. We're getting to the meat and potatoes of this situation. This is His Lordship. Welcome to the show. If it's your first time, I hope you come back, hit the thumbs up, and I'll be right with you. We're just going to pause for a brief intermission. And we're black. This is His Lordship. And we're going to try to continue where we left off. Okay? We are going to try to continue where we left off. And yeah. I don't know what's up with this mic. I don't feel like yelling. But I am, let's see here. So, what did I miss? So, yeah, we ain't gonna talk about Roach Gate, and I'm gonna try not to, not to do too many personal attacks, you know what I'm saying? But let me see. I feel like slapping this mic. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, the mic should be better. I did actually physically slap the mic, and then it died, and then I had to resurrect it. But the mic should be on point now. Come on, we're gonna try. See, they're gonna What's up, Miss Moore, and anybody I may have missed? Guess who is in the building? And yeah, the mic should really be on point now. So, the part where she says, yeah, that's way better. Anyway, Fox Mulder in the building. Okay, back when CBs were popular. I, I forgot the term we used to use, but we when CBs were popular, we said we're hitting hard like King Kong, something like that. So, all right. So anyhow, yeah, Mrs. Lordship shut everything down. Mrs. Lordship talking all that mess, and Mrs. Lordship come shut it down, boy. Yeah, recording people is Red Diamond in the building. What's happening? Look, yeah, recording people, all that stuff is just gonna get you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna get you in trouble. You know? You can't do what everybody else does. I know you see people using the DU recorder and people dropping docs and people recording people and exposing people and people, saying what they want. But guess what? You can't do it. Everybody can't do what other people do. Everybody can't wear Crocker Sacks and jelly shoes. Everybody can't wear Stan Smiths or Top Fives. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't wear those little nylon Puma sweatsuits. They just don't look right on you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't have cornrows. You don't have the cornrow head shape. Everybody don't have enough hair in the back to make the cornrow go to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Just do you and observe until you feel comfortable. It took me a year, even though I do music and all this crazy stuff, and I'm used to media. It really took me a year to go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go live. You know what I'm saying? It took me about a year to get to that point. So I had like a year of just observing and peeping game. You know what I'm saying? And so it says, let me get back to, yeah, you definitely got to let people know. That would be the respectful thing to do. So let me play some more of this audio.
Particular. Because she said that was and then when I was at when I showed where I worked at, I was all. It was the fact of the badge being shown. And the only person that had my badge.
Okay, I don't think that's the audio. I don't think that's the audio I'm
looking for. Based on what everybody said. Communication. No, like you just didn't know them people like that. No. Those people defend him no matter what. No, this is not what I'm saying.
Now you hear her saying you don't know those people like that, and she's saying I'm not saying that, But no. Listen to what I'm saying. No, listen to what Sheba's saying.
We're not talking about it. Not talking about outside of that. When Vic was on there with Nature Boy, and this is what, and Vic said he went back and looked at it, he realized why I said it. He even acknowledged they didn't defend him like that. Because when he was in there with Nature Boy, all the people that give him money, the people that normally give him money, was like, we're leaving because I can't believe. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
How does she know who gives Vic's money? She don't even know who Key Deadman is. How does she know who gives? See, this is a person who listens to gossip all the time. As long as the gossip fits her narrative or agree with what she thinks, see, that's her weakness. Any person or any troll that study her can say, well, she'll love this and she'll believe this because she already is biased. So it's easy to manipulate her. So check it out. Sheba is trying to break it down to her, and once again, she's not listening.
The main person that looks out for Vic is the one that you are arguing with. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, people will let you be misinformed because they get a good giggle off of you being wrong, so they can say, oh, you're wrong. He did help him build his channel.
Now, you hear that? People get a kick out of seeing you misinformed. So they give her misinformation so she can go public with it, and then everybody laugh about it. Now, I don't know if this is a phone call. I don't know who recorded it. This was sent to Diet. Diet made it public. If somebody would have sent this directly to me, I would have never played it. If this came to me through IG or the email or whatever, I would have just listened to it, spoke about it without playing the audio. Because I can do that too. I can talk about Nature Boy or whatever without showing the video. Some people ain't never, that's a foreign concept to some people. So, but anyway, let's go back to it.
I'm not saying she did like donate big time to know. Her, Anita, like it's a couple of them that like bought his car, like those people like take his lifestyle, and he don't speak against them, and they don't speak against him. Like, and it's messed up because at any point anybody could have came and been like, Latoya, this is how it is. I know what what you saw, and I know that you felt like, he was being disrespected, but this is how it really is. Like, that was their opinion.
Yeah, see, the people that watch Vic understand sarcasm. They understand jokes. They understand when somebody is saying a figure of speech, and people know when someone is speaking facetiously. All right? But if you like a child that walked into a gambling shack or an adult conversation or adult situation, your perception of what you see and hear might be a little different. This is how and when and where LJ messed up. Now, here go the cold part, because what she was saying is important. Once everyone realized that LJ misperceived what the chat was doing, well, mine says excellent condition. Mine says excellent. I think you might have to refresh or something like that. Yeah, mine says excellent condition. Let me let me type in the word refresh. All right. Let's play some more audio.
To him and can see, oh, this man never had no family. So that's why he's like that. So that's why they had to record it because it had a soft spot for Nature Boy. And he said that. He said, you know, I had my whole family. Nature Boy didn't have that coming up. So of course he's going to be fucked up. You know, and from that point, everybody got to understand where this was coming from. I'm not saying go ahead. I'm not saying I don't, but here's my issue. And when I went on there with Alicia, I understand the circumstance, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, you're not living in nature. You're taking it.
Him not living in nature is no big secret. Anybody with two eyes can see he not living in nature. Anybody with a pulse can see that he's not living in nature.
Even the fact I don't sympathize. Let me tell you, when you was on there with him, I want you to know, I cried laughing. Baby. When I seen that shit, I was dying. I was like, yo, Latoya is crazy as shit. That's your boy crazy ass. He looking. He like, this is that lady. It was hilarious. Y'all was both funny. And so when I went on there, my thing was, why are you not living in nature? Now, if he actually was living what he was practicing, and it really was a mission. He shop at Walmart. That's my thing. How is that nature? Exactly. Everybody know he don't live. That's what I'm saying. Everybody know he don't live in nature. He will say, you know.
Okay, what she needs to know is what she needs to understand is that he's not as large as you think he is. You know, one moment she acts like he's huge. She said that 25% of America know who he is, and that the whole black community is in danger. But maybe the way I think, you know, maybe I got a messed up view of the world. Maybe my perception of reality is messed up, and maybe her perception is on point. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I don't know anybody who know about Nature Boy. The only people that I know that know about Nature Boy is the ones I told, and then I wish I never told them. And some of the ones I did tell didn't want to hear about it and was very turned off about talking about it. You see what I'm saying? And I definitely can't talk about him with my clients because they will stop coming to me and think I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because they're saying, well, you know, who would mess with him in the first place? And I'm not trying to diss him. I'm just saying that I'm just talking about the urgency that she feels about him. Now, he has a right. See, that's the beauty of America. He has the right to be who he wants to be. It ain't my job to tell him not to be who he wants to be. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he is spreading disease and stuff like that, I have nothing to prove that, and I'm not going to accept a unsworn video that was not done with somebody swearing on the Bible. or a lie detector. I'm not going to accept a video where somebody's not taking the oath and somebody's not taking a lie detector. If somebody is mad at you and they left you under anger and they don't like you, they will spread lies and stuff about the person. You see what I'm saying? So that person is not objective. That person is biased. You know what I'm saying? But you hate that person so much that anybody can come up to you with information and you'll say, oh, okay, I thought so. That's what I was thinking. Matter of fact, I knew that, but I just didn't have no evidence. So thank you for that video. Thank you for bringing that, because I already knew it, but I couldn't explain it, and I didn't have no evidence, and now I got this, and this proves it. No. Anybody can say anything on television. Look at the shit that you say. I'm an oracle. I'm an empath. I'm a prophet. I'm a computer genius. I'm a travel agent, but know nothing about geography. You see what I'm saying? And whatever business address that is, those people should sue you. Because you got that video, that at business address posted, and you showed it on your live too. So if those people get junk mail, harassment, or they get a bomb sent to their establishment, that's your fault. Everything that happened to you, including getting fired, including your parents being called, your ex-boyfriends, your sister being emailed, all of that's your fault because you woke up and got online without knowing shit about the internet, not knowing shit about YouTube. And you know I don't curse that much. All of that's your fault for hitting the live button. Did nobody force you to log in? It's all your fault. And until you put on your big girl shoes and your big girl underwear and your Canarade, you will cease to understand the bigger picture. What's up, Lorelei? And what's up, Nutter Butter? Yeah, Miss Moore said, I just don't think about it in real life. You know what I'm saying? And Fox said she doesn't know anyone who heard of him. Look, let me tell you something. I work in a black business. All right? All my life since I was a teenager, I worked for a black business. I see lots of black people all the time. Man, woman, and child. Never once heard Nature Boy name. Never once. Period. Never once. You know what I'm saying? I work in a black business, and I never heard. I'm the only fool that ever uttered Nature Boy name in my community. Okay, at my business. Now, you want to know who name I did hear someone name at this black business? Just to be specific. I'm just being specific. But you know who name I did hear? I heard Bernard James Tyson's name. That's who name I heard at this business. That's the name that was uttered and mumbled and whispered and talked about briefly amongst the blacks. And I'm not trying to be funny. I don't want nobody to feel uncomfortable. It's not like that. I'm just saying that LaTanya acts like Nature Boy is such a threat to the community and everybody knows who he is and little black boys and girls is listening to him. That's just a fraction of the overall society of the group. It's a small fraction. It's not that dire of a situation. But I have heard Bernard James Tyson. Look him up. He had a bigger influence. Okay. Bernard James Tyson was a visionary in the healthcare industry, a civic leader who cared deeply about the issues impacting our communities, especially homelessness, and a kind and generous friend. Okay? He wasn't a friend of mine, but he was the friend of the mayor. That was a quote of the mayor. All right? And another mayor said, both of these mayors are African American. Bernard Tyson was a true American success story, a man who started in the records room and rose to the top of Kaiser, and what basically was a white-dominated world of business. It simply means he was the best, like Jackie Robinson, Joe Louis, Michael Jordan, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. President Obama called him for advice on health care. No better statement can be made than that call. He was the head of Kaiser Hospital. He was he wasn't the head. To be exact, he was the chairman and CEO of Kaiser Permanente. He lived from 1959 to 2019. When a person so strong, so powerful, the generations of people will benefit from his actions. This person does not leave us. His spirit lives on in other ways. It lives on in more accessible healthcare for all. It lives on in healthier communities, and it lives on in our commitment to helping and people live longer, healthier lives, which is why Bernard J. Tyson will live on in our hearts and our mind, and why his legacy will continue to thrive. Okay? What's up, Poison Ivy? So, Nature Boy or Bernard Tyson? You know, who 25% of America's population may know more about? Him or the latter? You see what I'm saying? Nature Boy popped up on recommended in my YouTube when researching health tips, and I thought it was wild, and then I found Vic the same week, and that's how I got here. It is all good. You're more than welcome to hang out here, and welcome any new people that walked in the room that I didn't see or didn't mention. And it's, you know, we're just talking, but like I said, he's nowhere near Charles Manson. Charles Manson was, in my opinion, you know, he was put there to start some mess. Charles Manson was not a hippie. Whenever Charles Manson did something, the press would say, hippie Charles Manson did this and attempted murder or, you know, whatever. But Charles Manson hated hippies. He looked like one, and he knew how to play the guitar and sing. That's how he got his members. And then he had an endless supply of LSD. I wonder where he got that from. Charles Manson was from Texas. He came to San Francisco, he came to California to start some mess. He used brainwashing tactic. He was a real threat. And he got people to do his dirty work for him. You see what I'm saying? For someone to say they studied cult groups, one would think you would go, oh, well, this ain't really a cult group. I mean, it's a cult group, but they're not that deep. You see what I'm saying? I'm not here to harass them or defend them. I'm not mad that my name wasn't mentioned. See, she get mad when her name is mentioned, and then she get mad when her name is not mentioned. Make up your mind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Manson was psycho, but his people was in sync. They could guess each other's words. On that drug and stuff, they would, in the courtroom, they would stand up and sit down at the same time and recite the same words and other statements in sequence, and it was weird. It was like he was possessed and they were possessed. But he wanted to start a race war, and somebody put him up to it. And he was never short on cash. He had an endless supply of LSD, and in the way he appealed to his members to get members is that they thought he looked nice and he knew how to sing and play the guitar, just like other people. So what's up, Lena Miller in the building? Oh yeah, I've seen the pictures of the murder. I don't even want to go there, but it's all tied into. It's connected to the movie director also, because the family that got murdered was living in a movie director's house, who made the movie Rosemary's Baby. So it's all demonic. It's all Hollywood demonic connected BS. But Elijah is on American soil, LJ. This should be easy takedown now that he's here. Yeah, she said that, in more words or less, if we can get him here on American soil, she said the laws here are broken are here in America, not over there. So once we get him back in America, he can be incarcerated. Well, I saw his live. I got a notification, but the audio wasn't working. Right now, he's taking the HIV test, and the results should be coming soon. About an hour or two ago, he opened up a HIV test kit. So, yeah, Nature Boy is taking an HIV test on Instagram, and I guess he'll give you the results soon. I think the results take a certain amount of time, and then the results are only valid for a certain amount of time. You see what I'm saying? And what else? See, she really forgets the things that she really forgets what she said like the next day. Like, she'll forget what she said in a few hours. If she think that she's removed from whatever Nature Boy has plans for the people who've been messing with him, she is right there. I already said that they was going to make an example out of her, but you can't, when she block you from the chat room and stuff like that, you can't warn her no more. See, like, people been trying to warn her from everything. That's why she don't have a case, because there's evidence that she was warned about everything that affected her, and she did it willingly. And she's never going to apologize to her parents. She is never going to tell her parents, hey, when you told me to get off the internet because I'm obsessed with that man? Well, let me tell you what else happened. When these people start calling you, it was my mistake, because they could see the number when I was going live, and I didn't know how to use the app. And so the public saw your number and they started calling. That's the truth. But that would never be heard. You know what I'm saying? Instead of that, I'm going to get a police report. Then I'm going to show my family, my ex, whatever the fuck, the police report and say, hey, I'm a victim of stalking. And look, here's evidence. I filed a report because, this ain't right. And, they should have never called you. And it's not my fault that people are picking on me. I don't know why they're picking on me, but here's a police report that shows that I'm a stalking victim and I'm working on the case. So, let me know if they call you again, and I might need your testimony to help my case. If I get some money, I'll give you some money too. Look, she's from the blame tribe, so she will never take accountability for anything. Nothing will ever be her fault. All the way to the precinct, to the jailhouse, to the psych ward, she'll still claim that she a victim. I have a friend in a hospital right now. She been on the run for 12 years. She was down with the Nuwapians and all that stuff. And guess what? I never used that as a reason to go after Nature Boy. I never said, yeah, my ex, she used to listen to him and she wanted me to be a polygamist, and I wasn't down with that. And so, what I'm saying? No. But yeah, thanks for everybody rocking with me. I'm explaining the how, when, and where LJ messed up. I know the whole timeline. I know I've been studying her before she ever popped up in Vic's chat room, because I was trying to do my research about carbonation and stuff. And whenever somebody went live, I was all ears. I was first in the chat room under different names. You know what I'm saying? And let's see. Lena said he never showed him talking, just the test results. Yeah, I couldn't even get no audio. It was negative. And I guess, this is television, so either it really was negative, or, if they kept the film rolling and the stuff never left the camera's eye and you saw the whole process and it came out negative, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? Even if it's negative, it should be negative based on his explanation about HIV. HIV is very, very complicated. You have to have a certain amount of, I don't even know the technical shit, but you have to have a certain amount of certain types of cells for it to qualify as you having it. That's why they say Magic Johnson is cured, because his cell count stays below a certain number. So technically he's not with HIV, but it's a technical reason. You see what I'm saying? Lordship, what was the movie you mentioned? Now it's bothering me. Shit, I be rambling so much, I don't even remember what movie I was talking about. I be rambling. Give me a second to remember. Who would have thought back then that she would have become so famous? That is my fault. I blew her up. I started making videos on her a long time ago because she was saying, because I noticed she was out of all, she thinks she's like everybody else, and she's not. And she thought nobody was paying attention. On one hand, she was talking about him. On another hand, she kept flirting with him. And every time she thought he was in her chat room, she would flirt with him. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I blew her up. You could spread that all over the black sector. Lordship management. If anybody else want to be blowed up, let me know in the background, and I will troll you till your career gets to the top, okay? Just hit me on IG, and we'll start beefing, okay? All right, but you got to say some crazy wild shit though. You can't just say normal shit. You got to say some unbelievable shit like the condom broke, or the sky is blue because of the ocean, or only countries with military have an embassy, and every country has an embassy, but if they don't, it's because they don't have a military. Well, there's only two countries that don't have an embassy, and there's many countries that don't have a military that have an embassy. And Kim Jong-un, and I probably got his name wrong, there's definitely no American embassy in Korea, in his country. And there's a poor nation near India that's so poor that they think that it wouldn't be right to have an embassy there, because they'll just be trying to come there for food and shelter and help. And so this country has to go to India, to the American embassy in India, in order to deal with their issues. America refused to build an embassy in their country. But everywhere else, there is an embassy. And she said that an embassy couldn't be in New Mexico because New Mexico is in the United States. And she went on Google and proved to us that New Mexico was in the United States. And she said it was the 50th state when it really was the 48th state. And if I was the Mexican government and I knew that there was a state called New Mexico, and I knew the New Mexico history, I would have my embassy there. That would be an excellent choice. So when I walk past the French embassy where I live, when I walk past the French embassy out here and the Chinese embassy out here, I guess it's an illusion. It's just an illusion. Yeah, Egypt is not in Africa. I can go on and on and on. And she named some restaurant and called that a country. She was trying to say, she said Cinco de Mayo, something like that. And that's some kind of salsa dish. It's a dish and also the name of a restaurant, but it's not a country. But yeah, he needs a blood test, period. My father passed from the virus and he was undetectable as well. Pneumonia killed him, and that was from the complication of the virus. Okay. That was deep. See, that's what I'm saying. One thing that Nature Boy, LaTanya never said that Nature Boy was right about anything, and never explained why he was right. And when she felt he was wrong, she would just say he's wrong and never explain why he's wrong. And she has to run to Google to show why he's wrong, but she don't even know how to search for the right answer. Just like she didn't know the difference between detain and an arrest. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, my condolences. I'm sorry to hear that. And in our community, thank you for your honesty too. When somebody dies from complications from HIV, but they die of a sickness that's easy to catch because of HIV, they will say that he just died of pneumonia or shingles or something. They won't say what it is. There is a South American country that really has a bad situation with this, El Salvador, because they have so much pride, and they're very religious. They have a lot of pride, and people are afraid to get treated or tested because they don't want to embarrass the family, and they don't want to be seen as someone who might be living a lifestyle that's not popular where they're from. So a lot of people just get the disease and suffer and die in El Salvador, which is, is a sad thing. And I know that because I studied minority psychology, and my teacher was from El Salvador. He wrote a pamphlet on it. I didn't get it on Google. I'm not speculating or or thinking I know it all. I just studied minority psychology in junior college. That's all. All right. So, Book of Sodom and Gomorrah. She said in France they got 5 years paid maternity leave. Okay, I don't know about that, but that I'm willing to say that could be true. And if that's true, I'm willing to concede to that fact, something that she would never do. Now, I will tell you that in France, I've been there, you're only allowed to work 40 hours a week. You get 2-hour lunch breaks. If you work more than 40 hours a week, you may be incarcerated for up to 2 years. There's a mandatory 3-month vacation. It's a town of leisure and love. You could drink for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. On that 2-hour lunch break, you best believe that people are coming back tipsy. But guess what? I didn't see one alcoholic in France. I did see homeless people. I saw gypsies, but I did not see any drunks or alcoholics. All right. I'm sure that there's no 5-year paid maternity. I did see a lot of African nannies. Their average age was their early 20s. Very pretty girls. I don't know where they from, Sudan somewhere, but I did see a lot of African nannies in France. All right. And I'm starting to feel that my perception, and this is my belief, that in France, they have the largest Asian and African mixed group in the world. That there's more Asian and African mixed people in France than any other country. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I saw, every time I thought somebody was black, I was running into people in different places on the bus here and there, and every time I thought somebody was black and I'm throwing up the little peace sign or putting the fist up, they was Asian. They was Asian. It was like Korean, Vietnamese, Japanese, everywhere. I went out with a girl twice who was, I don't know what she was, Korean or Vietnamese and black. The only reason I talked to her because I was trying to buy a dolly for the stuff I had, and she was the first black girl I saw, and I walked into the store and gave the Chinese people like a funny look and walked straight to her to speak with her because I thought she was black, and I thought the Chinese people wouldn't understand me. I said, well, they either speak in French or Chinese. Let me speak to her. This is my sister in the back. I go to the back. She barely spoke English, and she was raised, for the sake of argument, she was raised Vietnamese, and then French is her national language, and she speaks very little English. And I was like, damn. And then we went out to lunch. We went to an Italian restaurant. They spoke French to each other. We went to a Cantonese restaurant. They spoke whatever, they either spoke one of the two popular languages in China. And I was like, man, I thought I knew it all. I know nothing. Going to France was an eye-opener because, I kind of wink, thought I was somewhat of a player, right? So I'm sitting in the Bastille and I meet these girls from, I meet these girls from, I can't think of it, this old Muslim country. I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, they were from Morocco. There we go. All right, I've met these girls in the Bastille from Morocco. Now in the Bastille, if they're either smoking a cigarette, drinking, or tongue kissing or on the cell phone. You won't see nobody doing nothing more than that. Some people tongue kissing, they don't call it French kissing for nothing. Motherfuckers French kissing left and right. And if they ain't kissing, they smoking or drinking or on the cell phone. So I meet these two Moroccan girls. Yeah, we taking a sidebar. We're going to give your girl a break for a second. We're going to give her a break, a little rest for a second. But we're going to get back to it. So anyway, she showed me these pictures of her. One of the girls showed me a picture of her in a Brazilian costume. She said they do Brazilian dance here in France. And I said, damn, the pictures were nice. And I'm thinking I got game. I'm like, I'm here promoting my CD. And here's a free CD. And here, listen to it on my Walkman. And, I'm in town for a few days. And then this OG walked over. He was West Indian. And he had on Dolce & Gabbana jeans with the belt buckle. He had on some rings and stuff. Got the dreads popping. He came over and kissed the girls on both cheeks, said a few words to them. I don't know if he spoke in Moroccan or French or what. And then he sat down and then he said to them in their language, who the fuck is this? And they like, oh, this American tourist promoting this music. He's in town trying to, I guess, reach a few people or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they said. They could have said this little dumbass American. So anyway, he said, well, tell them to come to my party. And he handed them a flyer. And they gave the flyer to me. And he left, right? When I looked at the flyer, it said he was promoting a party with Malcolm McLaren, Tribe Called Quest, and De La Soul. All right, Nuther Butter. Right on. Maybe you know what? Let's get back to OJ. I'm sorry. We're going to get back to OJ. I'm going to end it right there. All right. We're going to get back to LJ. So, let's see here. Let's see. Let's see what's popping here. All right. Let's get back to it. Get this show back on the road. All right. Clicking a few buttons here and there. Clicking a few buttons. Got it. Okay. Now. She's buying peen. She paid $20 for sex? Who did? Well, there was some rumors about the second Peter Winch. He said that she was going to pay for him to come visit and all kind of stuff. But let me see. Listen to this audio.
Her shit. You saying she monetizes everything that she puts up. You feel what I'm saying? She's monetizing and getting money off this, but all her videos, the T-girl, all her videos are on me. Her channel is literally illegal. All I gotta do is report this shit. You know what I'm saying? I could report this easily and get her whole channel snatched down because she's using my content. You feel what I'm saying? But I let them do it. You feel what I'm saying? I want this to stay here as evidence because I'm going to use this as evidence. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to say these people literally take my life and demonize everything that I do because every one of her stories are demonizing what I'm doing. That's her. Then we have Santa Maria. This lady, they got ads on it. They monetizing. And if you get 1,000 views or so, YouTube will cut you a check. And so these people is monetizing off the shit, right? So she got, I don't even know her, but this is called like gang stalking. Most of her videos are on me. You feel what I'm saying? This is how they making their money, bro. This is a living. They making a living off of me. Because people give them views whenever they say my name. And so she got views on her videos more when she talks about me than when she does anything else. So all her videos are on my business. Like, that's going to get you something. You feel what I'm saying? That's going to get you a check. So I'm basically feeding these people. You know what I'm saying? So you got Dice TV. You know what I'm saying? He was streaming 6 hours ago talking about me, but he be in my inbox too on some weirdo shit. That's some disloyal type shit. It seems like a lot of these people been taken down. They done took their videos down. Cause I don't see a lot of the channels that used to be up here. It looks like they took, damn. This lady right here.
Hey guys, back with another video, but before I start, make sure you
and this lady's basically, do the same thing. This lady SL, we got her name, we got her real name, and like if I get investigated, this is the shit I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go to the channels and I'm gonna show them, like, look at these people in their channels. I got this lady's name. I'm gonna tell them the name. I'm like, this lady's been gang stalking me. Everything that I do, they demonize it online. Yo, I'm gonna leave this stuff here because I need it. You feel me? For if people, basically talking this shit about this lady right here. Yeah, this lady right here stealing my content online. Look at her. Laugh now, cry later. Look at her. Everything nature boy, nature boy, nature boy, nature boy, nature boy, nature boy. All of my business, everything I do. And what they do is they make drama about it. They keep everybody updated on what's going on in my life, but they create drama about it. Feel what I'm saying? Everything I do. Now, on one hand, it's promotion, right? It's promotion because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, cool. They're promoting us. You know what I'm saying? We're internet celebrities. Fine. Now, LaTanya, she's out of there. She's out of there. So this is these people take the video and make commentaries demonizing everything that I do. Now, on one hand, it's promotion, right? It's promotion because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, cool. They're promoting us. You know what I'm saying? We're internet celebrities. Fine. Now, LaTanya, she's out of there. She's out of there. So this is what we're doing, right? And my man Payback got us. You feel me? On finding all.
Wow. Yeah. You heard that, right? Internet celebrity. Okay. And LaTanya, she tried to say, that show you right there how she be lying. She said, he said, I'm not in it. I'm out of it. So you guys messed up. And because you didn't give me no money and you gave him money and his cult members money, you're in trouble too. You're going to get caught up in my case. Is LJ live right now? I didn't know she was live right now. Okay, I see Diet's live. Was she live on IG? She live on IG? Oh no, she's live on YouTube.
You know them people want y'all, bro. You can't go over there with Serenity and Rambo. Leave them people alone, bro. Leave Rambo alone.
Of course, she's playing somebody else content.
Go over there with Rambo. I know motherfucking Rambo name too, Jose. I know where the fuck Rambo stand, nigga. So what? They ass to come over there. So what the fuck you talking about? You mad at me? You talking about fight, nigga? Don't nobody wanna fight your infected ass, bro. You better go ahead and get your warrior and tell him to go back over there and face.
She's playing world news content. You know. So I'll play a little soundbite.
You know, your gay ass homeboys try to come over here and defend you. Now you come over here with your Immortal Princess account. We know it's you. We know it's you. No, I'm not a snitch. I'm not a snitch at all. No, I'm not a snitch. Would you like to come on and explain all of this? You like to come on and explain all this? So why? So tell us, Nature Boy. Why is Nubian running? That's all I'm asking. Why he running?
Okay, when she get ready to tell her story, this is gonna be an amazing story. So when she tell her story, we'll be listening. So let's get our groove on for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
recognize. Remember all the nights we used to visit. You left me at the time. I know you had to live your life, but now we're here tonight. We can relive it. I don't have
balance of power is shifting.
more than even you and me.
I'm taking my life back again. I'm holding it by the reins, new awareness, blessed deep breaths. No stressful transaction, a new satisfaction. It don't matter how it happened, cause my glow's the reaction, attracting that positivity, deposit feelings, heart on my sleeve, believe, see my nakedness revealing that I am dreaming of my goals. No more nightmare stairs falling, meditate and wait. Listen to that thing you'll hear is your calling. Beauty beyond words.
Beyond the words, there's beauty beyond this world. More than eyes can see, more than even you and me. Beyond the words, there's beauty beyond this world. More than eyes can see, more than even you and me. Where are we, oh we, oh we? Where are we, oh we, oh we? More importantly, where's me? Where are we, oh we, oh we? Where are we, oh we, oh we? More importantly, where's me? Beyond the words, there's beauty beyond this world. More than eyes can see, more than even you and me. Where are we, oh we, oh we? Where are we, oh we, oh we? More importantly, where's me? Where are we, oh we, oh we? Where are we, oh we, oh we? More importantly, where's me?
Looking back with you, we know it could be better, but we still are too. Sign the bells, ring it on. Being twice as nice as we become one. I will make you smile. Ooh, I will make it up to you. I will make you smile. Ooh, I will make it up to you. Looking at a once a cup, shaking by the feel we're already done. An episode has passed away. It will never stop any time of day. I will make you smile. Ooh, I will make it up to you. I will make you smile. Ooh, I will make it up to you. I will make you smile. Yeah. I'll make it up to you. I'll make you
Know
smile.
how you feeling.
Make it up to
You listen, no one seeing.
in a
You're
little
the
while.
only one believing. You are not alone. You are not alone. It can be exciting and also hella frightening. No one gets it but keep fighting. There's no giving up. There's no giving up. 'Cause ain't no stopping till Feelings popping right there, it's right there. Stay steady, hustling till the opposite of struggling's right there, it's right there. Ain't no stopping, feelings popping right there, it's right there. Stay steady, hustling till the opposite of struggling's right there, it's right there. Baby boy, I know, like Betty said, let's go. You wanna speed it up, but life be forcing you to move slow. Tossing out the mode, pressure you to unfold. Stay on your grind, can't swindle this mind when I got full control. The struggle wasn't chosen, this drive can't be broken. No regrets when you least expect them, they know we'll be open. Not ride or die, my day ones and my family gon' be proud. Ones that hate it for no reason, you gon' have one now. I know what you're hearing, words can be deceiving. Work over dreaming, you are not alone, you are not alone. Say things they don't mean, say things you won't see. That vibes you just don't need. There's no giving up, there's no giving up, cause ain't no stopping. Feelings popping right there, it's right there. Stay steady, hustling till the opposite of struggling's right there, it's right there. Ain't no stopping, feelings popping right there, it's right there. Stay steady, hustling till the opposite of struggling's right there, it's right there. Baby boy, I know, like Betty said, let's go. You wanna speed it up, but life be forcing you to move slow. Tossing out the mode, pressure you to unfold. Stay on your grind, can't swindle this mind when I got full control. The struggle wasn't chosen, this drive can't be broken. No regrets when you least expect them, they know we'll be open. Not ride or die, my day ones and my family gon' be proud. Ones that hate it for no reason, you gon' have one now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it is tripping. And but these are my label mates. I only play independent artists, and 90% of the time, I'm only playing my own music. I would love to take requests, but most of the time, I'm playing my own tracks or just a mix using music from one record label. Yeah, we buffered a little bit, but I don't know what's going on. If this continues, we'll just shut it down. All my music comes from Tokyo Dawn Records, out of Berlin, or Fazadelic, or Deep Black. We all kind of affiliated, but the American independent artist is usually connected to a parent company. So even though they say they're independent, they're really not. But yeah. I play black music, but they signed to foreign labels. The ones that say they're independent here, they really connected to Warner Brothers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So they still will flag a trip. Yeah. I hit the wrong button. My bad. Hit the wrong button again. God bless, made me nervous.
the gas, channel my energy through the microphone. And the air proceed, broadcasting live from the light horizon. Y'all can't perceive, no land, no sea, no mountains, no ocean, no sand to beat. Just entities you can't mentally sense to see. Amidst infinite entropy, now set me free, let me be. Blessed correctly, subjectively, rest for peace, come and attack for me. Interject these vibes intellectually. This set piece says and it ain't for sound. The first rule, ain't no mistakes allowed. I create the crowd, then I make the style. Check a mic 1, 2, then I take them out. We'll be gone, they wildest dreams with Don Roll. Reggie B, you, we got a combo. We want go, that's the place that I'm at. Trace right into the light horizon I flow.
I must be looking for a change, a different point of view. And if you'd only stop crying, I could start respecting you. I must be looking for a revelation, get us in the mood. I cut my fingers from trying, always starting something new. I got some people to see, they educating my brain instead of living in lies. And when I pay my way, my cousin's seeking the door. I got my horses in lines. Whatever weather that comes, whatever happens to be, I got a needle in lines. I'm gonna pave a way and get my foot in the door. I got my horses in lines. I shoulda, woulda, coulda came instead of sitting in my room. Instead of multiplying, same book of blame. Scared of winning, scared to lose. I must be looking for a companion. It doesn't matter who, as long as everyone is living in sin. As long as I can play with you. I got some people to see, they educating my brain instead of living in lies. And when I pay my way, my cousin's seeking the door. I got my horses in lines. Whatever weather that comes, whatever happens to be, I got a needle in lines. I'm gonna pave a way and get my foot in the door. I got my horses in lines. La 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 la.
wondrous days. All the thought that I need, all the fire, all the fire. Take a ride on the starship. Hold on tight to me. Wings and spinning, flying through and through, interweaving past them stars and light speed. If the station is the only validation that we both need, then baby, this sign one sweet infinity. In this galaxy, wondrous days. All the thought that I need, all the fire, all the fire. Electromagnetic, the hits of joy, diffracting and converging. Oh, utopian visions, taking us far, 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 far. Alienated places, feeling each universe in just one kiss. Oh, a kiss, oh, how I miss. In this galaxy, wondrous days. All the thought that I need, all the fire, all the fire. All the thought that I need. In this galaxy, wondrous days. All the thought that I need, all the
What's up? What's up? His Lordship in the mix, and putting in that work, and you know, I had a little bit of art to show you. I didn't get to that part. You know, I was so wrapped up in the music. I didn't get a chance to, get to the artwork. Shoot. Uh-oh. Let me see. Let me see. Damn it. Uh-oh. That is not cool. Anyway, I'll fix that. I just broke an office drawer. That's not cool. Ain't nothing that crazy glue can't fix. I'll worry about that later. So, where's those 40 funny? Oh, right on. We was chilling. Those other artists, they got BET and Hot 97 and they got Clear Channel and what's that other one? Clear Channel owns 1 million stations and they get paid to play the music. So these people don't get paid to they don't have the payola, the billboards and the paying the what you call them? The PR people to write about them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is gonna be a big deal when certain people come back to work because I'm really here on the off day. That just tells you how good this just tells you how good the microphone is. This microphone is amazing, isn't it? Yeah, iHeart. Clear Channel owns over 700,000 billboards across the United States. 700,000. And Clear Channel owns, and that includes taxi cabs and bus shelters. Also, they used to own 50 amphitheaters. And they sold some channels now, but they used to own 2,200 more stations than the second largest station owner. They're not the largest anymore, but they used to be, thanks to President Bush. So let me see if I can find this one little art that I wanted to use today, but I didn't use it. And damn, now I gotta fix this before I go. Yeah, this mic is amazing. You better have a glass of water. Don't be smacking your lips or nothing. Yeah. I'm looking. It's kind of funny too. Oh, here we go. Now, let's see here. All right. All right, let me fix it. Yeah. Yeah, this is freaky right here. Yeah, trip on this for a minute.
You convinced her that we're not alone in the universe?
Oh, I know for sure we're not. It is a real phenomenon, and question at all, but there's life throughout the universe. We're not alone in the universe at all.
You convinced her that we're not alone in the universe?
Oh, I know for sure we're not alone in the universe. And I happen to be privileged enough to have be in on the fact that we have been visited on this planet. And the UFO phenomenon is real, although it's been covered up by our governments for quite a long time. It is a real phenomenon.
Yeah. That's some crazy morphing going on. I'm trying to find something to throw. I ain't got nothing to throw on the other side. I don't got nothing to throw on the other side. I ain't got nothing to throw on the other side. I don't got nothing to throw on the other side. Well, I guess I'll throw his lordship on the other side. Well, I guess I'll throw his lordship on the other side. And why do I keep repeating myself? Panda, 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 panda. All right, y'all. That's all I got. That was my last trick. All right, that's all I got. No more balloons. All right. I can't pull no more coins from the back of your ear. Thanks for hanging out. Peace and hair grease. And we'll do this again real soon. All right. Peace out.